Well guys, this is my last video for 2018, and with all honesty, I can say from the bottom of my heart that I cannot wait for 2018 to be over. I really can't. It's been a crazy year, ups, downs in YouTube and life, and I'm just ready to start over this new year coming up, 2019, with a more positive attitude. Great things are going to be happening in real life and on YouTube here, so I'm excited. And one of the main things that I am going to be focusing on this year is to, of course, reach 100k subscribers. That is the goal from the onset of this channel, 100k Mortals plan. But I also want to push more of these artists to you guys, the ones that create Dragon Ball fan art, as well as the ones that have been creating these Dragon Ball fan mangas, the ones that are a little bit more obscure, the ones that you guys don't know too much about as of yet. And there are other things coming to the channel. There is one thing that I do want to bring here in February, and it's mainly strictly going to be streaming. It's not going to be on videos as of right now, but in streams, I am going to be playing Jump Force just because I am literally infatuated with the game as it is right now. And I would like to play the game with you guys and even meet up with you online so we can have some matches together. I do think that the game is going to be one of the things that I look forward to the most in 2019 and is going to make me one of the happiest in 2019. So that is why I am bringing it to the channel here through strictly streams as of right now. So if you guys are looking forward to talking to me through streams, you guys know where I'm at. As far as everything else, in the comment section below, guys, I am genuinely curious what your goals are. What is your 2019 New Year's resolution? Let me know in the comment section below. Let us all know. We are all a community here that I built and that we've built together, and we want to support each other into going to 2019. So if you have a New Year's resolution you would like to get off your chest and let everybody else know, let me know. Put it in the comment section below, guys. But let's go ahead and get to the last Dragon Ball fan manga video of 2018.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
I'm going to have the link to this chapter, Dragon Ball Infinity Chapter 3, in the description below, as well as the playlist for my previous videos on Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. But there's one thing that I'm asking you guys, the Black Squad, to do for Dragon Ball Infinity, to support Dragon Ball Infinity, and I want you to go to the creator's Twitter page and follow him. It's criminal to think that he only has 22 followers. I would like to give him some early 2019 support, so if you guys can, go ahead and go to his Twitter page and hit that follow button, and let's see if we can get him over 100 followers before 2019 starts. The last we left off, our main character Taima accidentally looked at the moon, and now he is going into his Uzaru state. And this is to the complete bewilderment and fear of his best friend, which I'm thinking is going to be his best friend, the Champa lookalike here. And so he turns into the Uzaru, and number one, I gotta say, it is best panel time. This is probably one of the most kick-ass Uzaru panels I have seen in any Dragon Ball fan manga. Just the level of detail, ferocity, power, feralness, just this is one of the most badass looking Uzarus. Normally the Uzarus look like they're kind of like they've eaten a few bananas. They look a little bit overweight, a little bit chubby. Not this one. This dude hit the gym right before 2019 starts. He's already getting an early head start on his New Year's resolution to gain a few pounds in muscle. So this dude looks badass, and this is by far the best panel in this chapter. So as Uzarus do, he loses control of the state, and the destruction of the capital, the Pharaoh's capital, is underway until one single shot right into his cheek knocks him out and puts him out of commission. Paimon wakes up in a prison cell and he's got a chain around his tail. Remember guys, if somebody gets a hold of a Saiyan's tail, if they haven't gone past this weakness, then their whole body shuts down. So I think it's really smart, not only in the creator, but whoever designed this prison cell that realized that Taima's tail was the weak spot that they needed to aim for. They put a clamp on his tail, and I thought that was pretty cool. But he finds himself in this prison cell with two brand new characters, and this guy, this hulking beast, his name is Brood, and the other guy is Thoth. Brood pushes Taima and encourages him to break through his shackles and don't let the chain around his tail restrain him from being free. And then Taima, he struggles a little bit too much because his tail comes right off, and I thought this was pretty funny, but it also shows how weak those tails are, how easily they can be cut off. And so I kind of wanted Taima to keep his tail throughout the majority of this fan manga, but he loses it now. Most Saiyans lose it at some point, at least in Dragon Ball Z, so didn't really mind this too much. But this dude is Taima's new master. So Brood ends up training Taima because apparently they are in a gladiatorial prison. They are going to go up to fights, and if they do not win, they do not eat. So, sensing potential and wanting Taima not to starve, Brood decides, I'm going to train you as my pupil and teach you how to not only fight and go to hand with people, taking them down easily, but to use your life energy, which is his ki, as a weapon. And this is where this Dragon Ball fan manga goes from an adventure manga, which was the first 2 chapters, to more of the shonen style manga, which we've seen in countless other shonens. This chapter feels so shonen that Taima could actually just slip into the Jump Force roster and nobody would even notice. So as time goes on, Taima trains and gets stronger, and then eventually Brood tells him exactly why he's in prison. So Brood found out that the Pharaoh's divinity is false. He knows the true history that we found out in the previous chapters, and so since he knows too much, he was in prison. Now he says he could easily escape prison because he is a top shelf warrior, but that would mean that his wife and kids would be in danger, and the Pharaoh had threatened them before. So this is where we find out that Brood is actually the father of not only Beerus but Champa as well. And he even explains that Beerus is a type just to lounge around and he really doesn't eat, and gives his food up to Champa, who eats his pain away because he doesn't have his dad. So it brings an added layer to Champa and Beerus. And again, as I told you since chapter 1, this Dragon Ball fan manga aims to explain a lot of the stuff about gods that we don't have an explanation for in Dragon Ball Z, which is God Ki, the origin of gods, God of destructions. I'm assuming Kai's will be in here at some point, so definitely interesting to see, and I just love baby Beerus and baby Champa. So after a very smooth time skip, Taima is a lot older, and it seems like he's been a gladiator for some time with Brood. And so after one of Taima's matches, the Pharaoh comes up and he is going to give them a secret mission, but he can only choose one, or he will only choose one to fulfill the secret mission. And he wants to choose whichever one is going to win a fight to the death. Now, immediately Brood declines this. He says he's not going to harm the boy, but the Pharaoh, being probably one of the most sinister characters that I've seen here in the Dragon Ball fan manga community, he threatens not only Brood's wife, but he threatens Taima's mother. If they do not fight, they will both lose the special women in their lives. And this is pretty sinister shit. I just gotta say, this option leaves Brood and Taima with no choice. They must fight to the death, and that is going to be the end of chapter 3. I gotta tell you guys, this one is probably one of the most unique Dragon Ball fan mangas that I've seen, because it doesn't just take stuff that we've seen in other Dragon Ball Z properties. No, it goes out of its way to create not only a lore for something that so desperately needs lore in Dragon Ball, but it also gives us brand new characters with brand new motivations. And I gotta say, Brood is easily one of my favorite characters in any Dragon Ball fan manga. I think I like him the most in this Dragon Ball fan manga, although Taima being a Saiyan, being the main character, he really comes up second, but I'm pretty sure Taima is going to win this fight. I don't know if Brood is going to die or not. It would be a shame to lose him so easily, or so quickly, I guess. Maybe not easily, but quickly, seeing as how he's only in one chapter. He probably will be in the next one, but I'm hoping that he survives somehow. But if Taima has to kill his master, then I know that the climax of this Dragon Ball fan manga is going to be Taima versus the Pharaoh, and I cannot wait to see that. And I gotta give a huge shout out to Jordan Lee, who helped me out with this thumbnail by giving me some really cool pictures here to work with. Thank you so much. That is the creator of Dragon Ball Infinity. Let's go ahead and show him some early 2019 love and follow him on Twitter and check out the Dragon Ball fan manga for yourself. All links in the description below. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.